First question every American asks us about Puerto Vallarta: did y'all bring your car with you? The answer always shocks them.
Nope, we don't own a car. Not one. Not for emergencies, not for groceries, not at all. And even though our cars were paid off, it saves us roughly $6,254 a year, eliminating the cost associated with owning a vehicle.
Let me show you the math.
Quick side note, is this the first time the algorithm forced us on your screen? If so, I'm CC, PHR certified, 10 plus years as a Fortune 500 corporate recruiter. I was the gatekeeper. Now, I work for you by helping you secure a remote job so you can move abroad.
And I'm Tristen, full-time Puerto Vallarta resident. Relocation consultant is my name, and helping you navigate the logistics of the Overground Railroad is my lane. Oh, and spreadsheet operator.
Welcome back to The Real on Relocating Abroad. And the whole reason we do this is to let you know that we are going to be okay because we have options. Now, friend, let's get into it.
3 things we'll cover before the spreadsheet comes out.
1, why we chose this. Not because we don't like driving, not because we couldn't bring a car, but because Puerto Vallarta, it was perfect for Black families that didn't want to bring a car.
2, the receipts. What we actually spent on transportation in a year. Every Uber, taxi, and bus ride. Real numbers on your screen.
And 3, the honest trade-offs. Friend, there are days the rain comes in sideways and we wait 12 minutes before a driver arrives. But the receipts show that the inconvenience is still worth the savings.
Speaking of receipts, in case you missed it, last Thursday we put the healthcare receipts on screen. $1,200 a month down to a fraction of that once we moved to Mexico. If you missed it, link is in the description. Now back to talking about these whips and what it actually costs to keep them.
Okay, friend. Today we're putting transportation on the same receipts so you can make an informed decision on whether you should bring your own car or leave it behind like we did. Here's what most of us were taught. A car payment was the first sign you made a child. A second car payment was the second sign. But 3 cars in the driveway? That was the dream, child.
Ballin'.
Ooh.
And the math on that dream, the average American spends $12,297 a year on a new vehicle. AAA taxi, insurance, finance charge, fuel, maintenance, depreciation, license and registration.
$12,300, friend, a year per car. For most families, 2 cars. Most of us were led to believe that having 2 cars in the driveway meant you had arrived.
They had to get that C-Class and that 3 Series BMW.
But as a Blaxigrant here in Mexico, owning a car is not a status symbol. It's just another expense. There is a piece of U.S. history that does not get talked about enough. The car payment was sold to Black families in the post-war boom as a kind of citizenship. If you couldn't get into the country club, you could at least get the Cadillac. The car was supposed to be the receipt that proved you belonged.
That deal was real for the people who made it, but the deal got expensive. And the deal didn't actually deliver dignity, it delivered a balance.
Friend, when we walked out of the dealership for the last time and into PV, I felt something in my spirit I'd never felt behind the steering wheel. Child, I felt an inch closer to freedom.
We can show you better than we can tell you. Let's look at the math. 12 months, every transportation expense, real receipts.
Friend, it's real sweet and simple. $866 for a year for 2 adults for all transportation needs. Please read that again.
Comparison. Last full year in Houston, 2 cars, working professionals, and let me get ahead of the comment section. Both of our cars were paid off. No note, no financing. This table is just the holding cost of being a car owner.
Child, $7,120. Same humans, different country. And friend, hear me out. That Houston number was with the cars paid off. If we had still been making payments, that number would have been closer to $11,000. The holding cost alone, just to own the things, was over 8 times of what we spent now to get everywhere we need to go. That's the gap, friend.
The annual savings, $6,254. That's a retirement contribution. That's a flight back to see our family. That's a few months of rent. And remember, that's the savings on cars we already owned outright. The number looks even more aggressive for the average American household still making car note payments.
That's also what we mean when we say keep the gap. Every line item we don't have is a line item we get to keep in our pocket.
Now, this works because PV is built for it. Not every Mexican city is. Here's what makes the difference. The Malecón, a flat paved 3-mile boardwalk along the bay. Restaurants, ATMs, pharmacies, doctors, and gyms, all walkable and accessible. The Romantic Zone, Cinco de Cimbe, Versailles. Each neighborhood is internally walkable. You don't need to leave your zone for your daily life. And Uber availability is plentiful. Average pickup time in our experience is around 4 minutes. Costco, Walmart, Le Commerce all have delivery apps with English supported checkout. Now, Vallarta International Airport is an $8 to $10 Uber from most expat neighborhoods.
Friend, within 5 minutes of our front door, we are within walking distance to grocery stores, banks, pharmacies, clinics, and directly across the street from the beach. Believe me when I say we do not miss a car. We don't even think about one. Now look, we aren't telling you to come down here, sign a lease in the mountains, and try to walk the Malecón. Some neighborhoods are car dependent. Misma Loya, Conchas Chinas, above the cliffs, Marina Vallarta if you're going north every day.
Pick a walkable zone in the beginning, and this lifestyle may work for you. Pick a car-dependent zone, and you may be spending a year regretting your lease. We can help you identify the best neighborhood for your lifestyle on our Move to Mexico planning call. All right, fam. 3 honest trade-offs. We owe you this part.
Trade-off number 1, rainy season. Late June through October, the storms hit fast here in PV. There are afternoons where we have to wait 10 minutes for an Uber instead of 4. We solve that issue by going slower and not planning errands on rainy days. You adapt, right?
2, travel between cities. If you want to do a weekend in Sayulita or San Poncho, a car or hired driver becomes the better play. We rent or hire when we need to do this. It's about $100 for a day trip driver. 3 or 4 times a year, that's way cheaper than a monthly car note. Then when you add insurance and all the other bills, way cheaper.
The third trade-off, the identity adjustment. Okay, friend, you may initially feel a little strange not having your wheels. The mind takes a minute to catch up to the new lifestyle. That's the honest part, okay?
Look, fam, we're not telling you that going without a car is for everybody. We're telling you that it is possible and that the math is real. Ultimately, the decision is yours to make, but at least now you have more data so you can make an informed decision. Some cities and neighborhoods do require you to have a car, some don't. So be sure to do a thorough analysis on which neighborhood matches your transportation needs. Picking the wrong one can cost you time and money.
Okay, friend, if you're serious about making a move and need help finding the best neighborhood for you, comment the word call below.
We'll send you the link to book the Move to Mexico planning call with us. We'll map out your neighborhood, your lifestyle, and your transportation needs, and the math. Before you make a move, you can't easily undo.
All right, so next Thursday on the channel, we go where most travel videos refuse to go. What is it actually like to be a Black woman moving to Mexico? From one who's doing it. Safety, sisterhood, and the chapter I didn't see coming.
All right, fam. Click the subscribe button if you want the algorithm to show you our episode next Thursday. Otherwise, see you when we see you. 1,000 Black Americans through the income to immigration pipeline. That's the goal. What will your number be?
Reside where you thrive, friend.
Follow
Follow
your
your freedom.